Did you get a chance to see the video where we made over the mini composition books? Hi everyone, it's Sherry. I hope that you are having a wonderful day. Stay tuned. Welcome to my channel, friends. Thank you so much for being here today. I truly appreciate it. And thank you all so much for those wonderful comments that you leave each and every time that I upload a new video. Your words of encouragement and words of support are so greatly appreciated. In a previous video, we made over the mini composition books. We simply covered the front and then we added pockets to the inside, like we did with the bigger ones. Well, with the larger composition books, I made a holder that would hold 4 composition books, and a lot of you asked for a holder that would hold 4 mini composition books. So that's what we're doing today. We are going to make a holder for those mini composition books. So let's flip to the overhead camera. I'll give you a closer look at what it is I'm talking about, but y'all know what time it is. It's time to make it. So here is today's really sweet project. We are going to be making a mini version of that larger holder that we made, but this one will also hold 4 composition books. Now I have 2 that I made with you guys, and I have not decorated the other 2, but they will both fit in our mini holder. And because of the way that this is made, we can turn it this way, we can turn it this way, we can do this, we can do that, and nothing is going to come out. So let's make it. So here is what you're going to need to make today's holder. I have chipboard, and we have 3 pieces of chipboard. We have 1 piece that measures 1 1/4 by 5, and 2 pieces that measure 3 3/4 by 5. Then you're going to need 2 pieces of 5 by 7, and this is actually what we'll use to make the pocket or the holder. I've already made 1, so you need 2 pieces that are 5 by 7. Then I have 2 scrap pieces. I have 2 scrap pieces that are 6 by 12, and we'll be able to use this to do the jacket outside as well as the inside liner. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take those chipboard pieces as well as our jacket, and we're going to place them down like this with about 1/8 of an inch in spacing in between. Now I have already added my tape to the back of the 2 bigger pieces. I'll go ahead and add my tape to the back of this piece. Now the tape that I'm using is a little bit larger than this piece, but I can trim it. So I went ahead and added my tape to the back here, and I am using a double-sided tape. Trim away that excess, and then I'll take the excess and just put it back on the roll because I'll be able to use it later. So now let's take these pieces. Let's go ahead and peel away the tape backers from all of these pieces. So now I'm just going to take this piece and we'll put it right here. We'll take our spine piece and I'll put it down next to the larger piece with about 1/8 of an inch in spacing in between. And then I will do the same thing with this piece. Let's just put it down. Now I'm going to trim away some of the excess. I'll flip over and get this nice and stuck. Then I'm going to take my stylus and I'm going to press it against the chipboard and just go around to get a nice score. This also helps to break up those fibers. In case you have a paper that is prone to cracking, this is one of the ways where you might be able to minimize the cracking that takes place. And so now we can take this, stand it up, and train our paper to fold. Let's go ahead and miter those corners, and by miter, we're just going to cut in this way and this way because we want to be able to fold over our edges. So I will just cut like this, and we do this on all 4 sides. And so now I'm going to bring in my tape runner, and I can use tape on this portion because I will be doing a sandwich of the tape between the chipboard and my liner piece. So I can get away with adding tape here. So I am just going to fold over, take my big old spatula, get that nice and stuck. Let's fold over here. Do the same thing. We'll fold over here, getting everything nice and stuck. And then I'll also just go ahead and make sure that I'm stuck in between the spine as well. And there is our little mini jacket. I'll go along the edges here to get everything nice and square. Now I need to figure out what size my inside liner needs to be. So I'm going to bring in my scoreboard. This is 9 inches long, so I always reduce by 1/4 of an inch. So it's 9 inches long. I will be reducing it to 8 3/4. And this is 5 inches, and I'll be reducing it to 4 3/4. So we need to cut a piece that is 8 3/4 by 4 3/4. So I'll just cut this at 4 3/4. And then I can cut this to 8 3/4. And now this should fit on the inside like that, and it does, and I love it. So this time I am going to take my tape, and I am going to place my tape edge to edge, and I'll just cover my paper and the tape. You can place your tape on the chipboard if you like. It's completely up to you. I'm simply just going to place mine on the paper itself. So let's just go ahead and get some edge-to-edge coverage and adhesive. If you want to try using your glue on this part, you can. All right, so let's get this tape nice and stuck. Then I'll peel away my tape backers, and we will take this piece and put it down. So now I'm just going to take this and put it down like this. Go ahead and get it nice and stuck. Then I will work my spine. I'll go in with my big old spatula to make sure that I have a nice, well-defined spine. And there is my jacket with the spine. So I have already made one of the pockets that will go on the inside like this. We're going to go ahead and make the other pocket together. Okay, so you will need 2 pieces that measure 5 by 7. And on 3 sides, starting on the 7-inch side, we're going to do a score at 5/8 and a score at 1 1/4. We do that on one of the long sides as well. So 5/8 and 1 1/4. Then we do it on the opposite 7-inch end, 5/8 and 1 1/4. So what we did is we scored 5/8 and 1 1/4 on 3 sides, the 2 shorts and 1 long. Now we can take this, and on the opposite long end where we don't have a score, we're going to go ahead and score at 1 3/4. So now I'll just fold and burnish all of my scores. All right, so now that we have all of our scores folded and burnished, you're going to have an end that will have this long piece, and you'll have 2 skinny long pieces on both sides. We want to get rid of these 2. Down at the bottom, you're going to have 2 scores that'll fold up like this. Don't do anything with those yet. Let's just get rid of these corner pieces. I can angle in here and cut across here. I can angle in here and cut across here. So this is the only part of the box where I will use tape. I'm just going to take some tape runner, be very generous with it, and just fold that over. So now here on the bottom, we're going to go ahead and remove these two corner pieces. So I'll just go here and angle and cut to remove that corner piece. I can angle in on this side and cut to remove these two corner pieces. So now your piece looks like this. We still have a score here and a score here. We're going to go up to the second score mark and drag straight down, and then I can angle in. Go to the second score mark, drag straight down, and then angle in. So now I'm going to bring in my glue. I'm going to add some glue to these two pieces. We're going to take these two pieces and just smush them around in the glue and get the two pieces stuck together like this. And you know, this is a great way to get rid of some scraps if you have them. Just turn them into little holders for other projects that you might be making. So I'll go in with my bone folder to make sure that I have this nice and stuck. So now we can take this piece, fold in, take this piece, fold in, add some glue right there, add some glue right here, and now we just want to get these stuck. See how nice and tight and crisp that is? That's exactly what you want when you're making a box of any type. Doesn't have to be this partial box, but if you're making a box, having those corners nice, tight, and crisp is always what we want to try to have. So I'm just going to keep going back over this to hold it because there is a waxy coating. Now I'm going to put it down like this, go in, and help that to stick. And now we have our two boxes. We're going to bring that jacket back in and just decide where we want to place them, and the way that I'll know where I need to place them. I'm just going to take one of my notebooks, put it in, because I don't want the notebook hitting the spine. And I can see that if I place it right here, this is a good place for it. So basically, I'm placing it right where the separation happens between this paper and this paper. So I'm going to take some glue, put some glue, now if you decide to put more inserts in your book than I'm using on mine, you definitely will want to make allowances for that and tweak this to fit the thickness of your books. I will have the original video linked in the description box for those of you who are interested in seeing the build process for these two little mini composition books. It's not very difficult. It followed the same process as the larger one. We just did it on a smaller scale. But I will have that video linked in the description box. I hope you'll go back and watch it if you haven't seen it. So now I'm going to take this one and pretty much do the same thing. Just sort of try to get it close to this one on the side. So let's take that glue. We'll take this piece. I'm going to put it down right here, and I think I need to slide it over a little bit, but I will do this. I will take this, and I'm just going to close it to make sure that I have these pieces nice and even, and I think I do. So I'm going to go in and get this stuck. So now we can take our notebooks and put them in. So I'll take this one, put it in, and then we'll take this one, put it in. I will be going back to cover the ones that I haven't covered yet. And we put these two in. And now we can close it. And you see that we have the same look that we had on that larger one. And because these books are so heavy, we don't really have to worry about adding a closure. But if you want to add a closure, you certainly can. You can add a belly band, or you can take some of your coordinating paper and just do a fold over closure using Velcro if you want. But I love the way that this has turned out. I have a scrap piece of this left, so I am just going to find a nice little saying in my book, and we are going to put that down. And I like this one. And it says, enjoy the moments that make you smile. So I am just going to take this and put it on here like that. That is a little bit crooked. And I am just going to trim off some of the excess. And now I'll be able to put that on right there. So I'll put it on using my glue. So let's add some glue to the back. And we'll put that right there. Give that a moment to dry. Absolutely adorbs. And this sticker pack, along with some of the other Paper Studio sticker packs that you see me using from time to time, come from Hobby Lobby. And they always have just so many wonderful stickers that we can use. And you can see that when you mount them to white paper, it just looks so elegant. So here is today's super sweet project. It is such a phenomenal way to elevate plain old composition books. So I hope that you've enjoyed today's fun project on how we can make a holder for 4 mini composition books. I think anyone would be proud to carry this. If you have enjoyed this video, and I certainly hope that you have, if you haven't done so already, please hit that like button, because I really need to get my like ratio up, and only you can help me do that. So go back and hit the like button if you have enjoyed this video. And if you're not a subscriber to my channel, I want to take this moment right now to invite you to subscribe, to ask you to subscribe, because I would love to have you here. We are doing amazing paper crafting. We are doing amazing budget paper crafting that is very practical and useful. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and make sure you hit the notification bell so you'll know when I upload a new video. As always, my beautiful crafty friends, please be safe, be kind, and be the reason someone smiles today. Happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.